Hello, YouTube. YouTube, say hello to Facebook. Hi. Yay. So, hello, YouTube. I am also live on Facebook. Facebook, say hello to YouTube. Hi. So, you know the drill. Monday is an British English pronunciation class. Now, before I start, let me tell you about some of the fantastic things that are going on over here at English Like a Native. I have started, you may have already seen, a daily, one every day, business bite-size series. So if you're interested in using your English for work and you need to improve your business vocabulary, then you should be taking part every day in these bite-sized business English lessons. So they're going to be released every day on my YouTube channel and Facebook. If you're not a member of the YouTube channel, the links are in the description of this video. And I'm trying to release them at the same time every day, usually in the mornings. As soon as I've got access to internet, then I'm releasing those for you. And that's going to go on hopefully for the next few months, but I'll see how much I can get done because it takes a lot of time. So if you're interested in using your English for your job, then do get involved with that. Remember, it's one lesson every day and they're very short, so it's not like you're having to commit too much time. They're only a couple of minutes long. Just learn a tiny bit every day, and then over the course of a month and a few months you will improve your business English. So I hope you're going to find that helpful. If you are interested in improving your pronunciation particularly, obviously these Monday classes will help you, but also if you're not already aware, on Instagram I am doing daily pronunciation tidbits again. So tidbits are small, tasty morsels. So I'm doing a tiny little video every day to help you with your British English pronunciation. So make sure you are a member of Instagram. Instagram is all free to join. Everything I'm mentioning is free. So make the most of it. I'm doing my best to help you. So make the most of those resources if you need the help. Just so you know, next Monday in the UK is the start of a bank holiday. Is it next Monday? We have a bank holiday coming up. Let me just tell you when, because one Monday I won't be able to do because it's bank holiday. So not next Monday, the Monday after. So we're coming up to the Easter weekend and we have two bank holidays. We have a Friday bank holiday and a Monday bank holiday, both of which I won't be here. So I won't be doing a live broadcast, and that will be Friday the 14th. There'll be no live broadcast. And Monday the 17th of April, there'll be no live broadcast. But before then, you'll still have me on Wednesday, Friday, next Monday, and next Wednesday. Yay! Okay, so today is all about pronunciation. So what I want you to do is be thinking to yourself about specific phrases or words that you would like to hear spoken in a British English accent. Potentially you might have problems with a certain sound. A lot of people I know struggle with their THs, or maybe there's a long vowel sound that you're struggling with, or the difference between two particular words that you can't hear the difference in pronunciation. This is what I'm here to help you with. But before I get onto your specific problems, so hold them back, don't ask for help with them yet, just remember them and I'll give you a chance at the end. What we're going to look at is the difference between the V sound and the W sound. So the V and the W sound. Now, this is particularly a problem for a lot of my students. The V sound is what we call a fricative sound. A fricative sound is when there's a vibration, when there's friction, and the air is passing continuously. So V is a fricative sound, and it's made with this bottom lip up against the top teeth. Let me see if I can lift you up a little more so you can see me a little better here. Is that better, YouTube? Is that better for you? It's hard to make my phone balance in the way I want it to. Just give me one moment to take a look at the ceiling. I'll just sort this out for you now. Okay, hopefully that will balance. Yay, there we go. Okay, so hopefully that's a little better for you. So the V sound is with the bottom lip against the top teeth. So you have to make sure it is actually touching your top teeth. Thank you, Stephen. Steve likes my white ceiling. Thank you very much. So we have this V sound, and this is quite a popular sound in the UK. It's used a lot within the English language, not only when we see a V, but also potentially it covers some other sounds as well, where we see an F. Sometimes it replaces the F sound and we get a V. But we're going to look at those examples shortly. So let's start thinking about the V. Give me some words that begin with V. So when we have a V at the beginning, very obvious, let's practice our V sound. So what have we got? Yeah, so with a V at the beginning, Seth has said Victoria. So the name Victoria. And if you come to London and you travel on the tube, you may have to travel on the Victoria line. So it's important that you know how to pronounce it, because you may have to say to the guard, "Excuse me, where is the Victoria line? How do I find the Victoria line?" Victoria line. Thank you, Seth. We have the suggestion of the word vent. Vent. Wonderful. Oh, a wonderful word from Jean, the word various. Various. Osama has said value. Value. I value your comment, Osama. Thank you very much. Oh, we have Naz has suggested the word victory. Victory. Wonderful. And if your pet, if your animal that you keep at home is unwell, then you will have to take your pet to the vet, to see the vet, which is an animal doctor. What you're watching right now is a video. A video. And hopefully this video is coming through nice and clearly. If you want to adjust the level of sound, you are adjusting the volume. Adjusting the volume. Okay, I'll just take a few more. I hope you're repeating these to yourself at home. The best way to improve is to practice, to literally do it over and over again until you're better. Oh, here's a good one. Vase. Vase. Now, there is a difference in pronunciation between British English and American English with this word. Something you put flowers into, a container for flowers, in England is vase. Nice open vowel, R. In America is vase. They do a diphthong, A. England is R, vase. American English, A, vase. So if I'm American, I'll say, "Can I put those flowers in a vase?" And in England, you say, "I would like to put these flowers in a vase, please." Great. Okay. If somebody doesn't eat meat, they are a vegetarian. A vegetarian. Good. Okay, so let's try now to think of words that have a V sound in the middle or towards the end of the word. So words that have a V sound that does not appear at the beginning. Can we think of any? I'll give you one that is regularly mispronounced, and that is the number 5. 5. The difficulty most students have is that they don't do a voiced V sound. So if the V doesn't have voice, then it becomes an F. Because you see it's the same movement, lip against teeth, but I'm not using my voice. So if you put your fingers here, when you make an F, you'll feel nothing. When you make a V, V. You'll feel a vibration because your vocal folds, your voice, is being used. Okay? So when people say words like 5, the mistake that's normally made is they make a second voiceless sound. So they do 5, 5. And it should be vibrating on that second sound here in the throat. 5, 5. Okay, so let's have a look at some of your suggestions. We have, oh, there's a great one. Valve has a V at the beginning and in the middle. Valve, valve. Very good. We also have the word invite. If you want someone to come to your party or to come along with you to an event, you might send them an invitation or invite them. So invite. If you are given something, if someone gives something to you, you receive. You receive it. Yesterday, I received a phone call. Today, I received many emails. Receive. Another number, there's a good suggestion that's come through on Facebook. Another number that has a V in the middle is 7. 7. 7. Good. Sunny has suggested the word believe. Believe. I believe you. Oh, here's a good one. To be available. Available. At the moment, I am available to you. But I am not available if somebody calls me because I'm busy right now. I'm not available. Okay, Mike, just save your question to the end and I'll do questions that are slightly unrelated towards the end, okay? Here's a good one that we use regularly. The word every. Every. Now, every can be either 3 syllables or 2. This is one of those words that is slowly changing. So it would normally be 3 syllables. Every, every, everyone, everything, every day, every. But as we go on, we are becoming more and more lazy, or we're just becoming more efficient, perhaps, with our speaking. So certain words are changing to become easier and more efficient to say. And every, rather than being 3, rather than being, someone's called me fat. Okay, well, if you think I'm fat, I like being fat, so never mind. Rather than being 3 syllables, it's now, in most cases, 2 syllables. So, every. And that's acceptable. So you can pronounce it however you like. If you want to speak and sound very, very posh, very well educated and upper class, then you might say every with 3 syllables. But most people say every. Okay? Let's have a look. Any other suggestions? Wonderful. The word have. We use that all the time. I have had a good day. I hope you have a good day. We have a lesson right now. You have to hurry up. You're going to be late. You have a meeting at 7. All right, so we're getting the idea. So let's try when we have more than one word together, so it's a couple of words together, practicing the V sound. So if you have a van, a big van that you drive, lots of V words, you may decide that you want to change the colour of the van and you want it to become a silver van. Silver van, 2 V's, silver van. Practice this for me. silver van. And you might say, I have a silver van. I have a silver van. I have a silver van. Okay? I hope you're repeating this. I have a silver van. I have a silver van. What else could we say? We could say... we could say if you are a musician and you play the violin, you could say, I have 5 violins. So that's 3 V's again. I have 5 violins. I have 5 violins. If you are quite advanced with your English level and you're finding this reasonably easy to understand, it would be much appreciated if you could type the phrases for me in the comments so that other people who aren't as advanced can see it. I would write it on my blackboard, but I think on YouTube it starts to look, it turns around, it's backwards because of the camera on the phone. So it doesn't help for me to write it for you. So if you are good at English, then please write the phrases as I'm saying them so other people can see. That would be wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so what else could we say? If you are quite smart, then you are clever. And if you drive, you are a driver. So you might be described as a clever driver. So let's say that a man is called Trevor and he is a clever driver. So our sentence is, Trevor is a clever driver. Practice that one for me. Trevor is a clever driver. So some of you are asking why I'm not responding to comments. For now, I'm just teaching you live. The comments I will look at towards the end. And that is so that it is helpful for everybody. So don't feel offended or feel like I'm ignoring you. There are lots of comments coming through and I will start responding to comments towards the end. Obviously, I won't be able to respond to every single one of you, but I will give you a chance to put forward your questions at the end, as long as they're pronunciation based. So let's say Victoria travelled over the river. Victoria travelled over the river. Victoria travelled over the river. Thank you, Felipe, for writing that down. That's wonderful. Thank you. And Vale, yes, lots of you now. That's fantastic. Thank you. Good. Okay, let's see if we can find... All right, let's talk about the other sound, the W sound. So sometimes people confuse these two sounds. So a W is completely different to a V, and that's because the lips don't touch the teeth at all. So this is not a fricative sound. Even though we have continuous movement of air, this is not fricative because there's no friction. All we do is very simple. We just round off the lips. Whenever we see a W, we round off the lips. W, like this. W, w. Okay? So words that might have the W sound are word is a good one. Word. Now I know a lot of my students, before they had tutoring with me, would say word. Can I have a word? And they were doing this V sound. This is wrong. Word starts with a W, therefore it is rounded off. Word. So say for me, can I have a word. Can I have a word? And if you do struggle with these sounds, have a look in the mirror. Make sure you are putting the lip on the teeth for the V in have, and you're rounding off your lips for the W in word. Can I have a word? What else would we say? Let's have a look at your suggestions. What words begin with W? So Umberine has said wind. The wind was blowing. There we go, there's a sentence for you. All three words have a W in. The wind was blowing. The wind was blowing. Let's try that one for me. So that's 3 times. Your lips should be rounded off that way. The wind was blowing. Let me turn you down a touch. There we go. The wind was blowing. Okay, we have the word wonderful. Wonderful. There are some names that begin with a W. We have Wasim. We have William. We have Wendy. Obviously, we have a prince called William. So you could say William was wonderful. How was William today? Oh, William was wonderful. William was wonderful in Wales. So the country that's stuck onto the side of the UK, stuck onto the side of England, we are part of the UK together, is called Wales, which is exactly the same pronunciation as the huge mammal that lives in the ocean, a whale, but obviously they're spelt differently. So if you have a pod of sea whales, it's exactly the same as the country Wales. Okay? Jewelry is different. Jewelry. You wouldn't say jewel. It's difficult in the word jewelry. You do round off your lips, but it's not a clean W sound. Okay, something we Brits talk about a lot is the weather. Weather. What is the weather doing today? How is the weather in your country? How is the weather in your country? In the UK, the sun is shining. Oh, okay, I think someone's just written a sentence for me here. Fantastic. Osama has written, we were worried whether we will win or lose. We were worried whether we would. So just to adjust the grammar in that sentence, we were worried whether we would win or lose. We were worried whether we would win or lose. Just going back to the word weather, it's exactly the same pronunciation as the word weather with an H, W-H. Weather. Weather? Whether the weather is hot. So here's a tongue twister for you. Let's see if anyone is able to remember this to write it down. So get ready to write this down. Whether, as in WH, whether the weather is hot or whether the weather is cold. We'll weather the weather, whatever the weather. Whether, oh no, I've done it wrong. It's whether the weather is cold is first, or whether the weather is hot. We'll weather the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. I'm going to write this on Facebook. So hang on. So whether the weather is cold or whether the weather is hot, we'll, as in we will, we'll weather the weather, whatever, I can't see, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. Whether the weather is cold or whether the weather is hot, we'll weather the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. It's such a great tongue twister. So the weather in India is very hot. The wind was blowing, someone's written. Good, that's what we did earlier. The word weird, if something is strange, it is weird. Okay, so let me just have a quick look at... Let's do some more V and Ws together. So if somebody is doing a competition, they might offer a giveaway. That's got a V and a W. A giveaway. 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 I once did a giveaway and I gave away 5 free English lessons, which was really fun. And I got to meet some of you who got involved in the giveaway, which was great. What else do we have? If you visit the UK and you come via a ship across from France, across from the continent, then you might see the White Cliffs of Dover, which are the cliffs that you see. They're very white, and that's why they're called the White Cliffs of Dover. The White Cliffs of Dover. White Cliffs of Dover. If you might love long-sleeved tops. You might love long-sleeved tops. Long-sleeved tops. Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk to you about was when a V sound replaces an F. And this happens regularly with the word of. So I'm actually drinking a cup of tea. Now normally I would say, if I said the word of individually and looked at the letters, I'd think, oh, it's OF, so I'd say off, off. But off is a different word. Off is OFF and means something completely different. So when we see OF, we pronounce the F as a V. Of. So I'm drinking a cup of tea. But there comes another confusing aspect of English. When the vowel sound is not on a strong syllable, then it becomes a schwa. So of then becomes of. So we then say a cup of tea. A cup of tea. I'm drinking a cup of tea. If I'm lucky or naughty, I might eat a piece of cake. A piece of cake. Okay, so if you have any words or phrases that you would like to hear me say in a standard British English accent, then now is the time to post your suggestions in and your questions in the comments box. Remember, this is a pronunciation class, so let's keep the questions relevant to pronunciation. Okay, one of you has asked, could you explain to me the Shakespeare quote, "My heart on my sleeve"? My heart on my sleeve is a great phrase. It means someone who shows their feelings. They don't hide their feelings. So if one of you says something in the comments right now that I don't like, I might go, and by behaving this way, I'm showing you how I feel. I'm showing you how I feel. I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve so you can see it. Okay, so Abbas has asked for the difference in pronunciation between world, the world we live in, to work, the job that you do, work, and to move, you walk. So we have a difference in vowel. We have world, we have work. Sorry, world also has a dark L. World, work, and walk. Completely different vowels. World, work, walk. French Leo is asking for entertainment. Entertainment. Adrian is asking for the pronunciation of recommend. 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 8-Bit Game Traveller has asked for why is facade pronounced as facade? We pronounce it facade, so the facade. I don't know why we pronounce what we pronounce in the way we do, but don't worry about why, just know how. Eddie is asking for the difference between a wiggly worm and to be nice and warm. This long vowel, worm, and warm. Worm and warm. Worm and warm. Sheikh has asked for the, how do you use the idiom cup of tea in daily conversation? Cup of tea, I was going to say cup of tea is not an idiom, it's a noun, it's a thing, it's a cup of tea. But you can use it as an idiom to say something is my cup of tea. If something is my cup of tea, it is something that I favour, that I prefer, that I like. So I might say gymnastics is my cup of tea. It's something I prefer, it's what I like. I could say a person. So I could say Leonardo DiCaprio is my cup of tea. He's the kind of person that I like. Okay, so Long has asked for the difference between won't, I will not, won't, and want. I desire. I won't, I want. Oh, won't, want. Okay, some of you are asking me to slow down. Okay, so the pronunciation of recognition, recognition, to recognize, recognize. Someone's asking for the pronunciation of chocolate. Thank you, Elizabeth. My favourite thing, chocolate, chocolate. Fong Ho is asked for gone, as it's left, gone, and gonna. I'm gonna go, as in I'm going to go. Gone, gonna. Gone, gonna. So Jin has given me the sentence, bring that image of the character onto the set to reflect the character. I'm not sure this sentence is correct or not. I'm not sure if this sentence is correct or not. Please read at normal speed. I would say bring the image rather than that image, but that is okay depending on the context. Bring the image of the character onto the set to reflect the character. I always advise against using the same word twice in a sentence. So if you can think of a way to replace one of those character words, then do, but otherwise it makes sense to me. What else we got? Iron. Felipe has asked for the word iron. So iron is a mineral, but it's also what you use to make your shirts not creased. So if you have a creased up shirt, you might need to iron it to make it nice, neat and presentable. Chef Excellence has asked for the pronunciation of garage. In American English, garage is garage, garage. But in British English, it's garage, garage, garage. Just a few more now. Ryan Volt has asked about the word either. So this is an interesting word. Either and neither in the UK are pronounced that way. Either, neither. In American English, they are pronounced either and neither. So either, neither, either, neither. It's a difference in vowel. In the UK, because of American films and television programs and social media, we sometimes would also say either, neither, instead of either, neither. So both are accepted, but just so you know, the British English version is either and neither. Okay, someone's asking me for the difference between the word colour, like what colour is it? Red, blue and white. Colour, colour, colour. And collar. So when you have a shirt, you have a collar. Colour, collar. It's the difference between a and o. Colour, collar. And let me have a look here. Do you have an English class in London? I'll talk about the services I provide for teaching English in just a few moments. Let's see. I get this one every time, the difference between the American and the English version of the word schedule. British English is like a sh fricative, schedule. American is schedule, schedule. English, British English, schedule. Any more burning questions? I asked, when do we pronounce I as I and in? For example, the words live. That means live in a country, or live as in live streaming. Okay, so the word live or live, both spelt the same, but pronounced differently. And the answer, Mustafa, is context. So if I say I'm going to do a live broadcast, because I'm talking about broadcasting, the pronunciation is I, live. It was happening right that moment. It was happening instantly. It was happening now. It is happening now. It's live. And I live my life. I live with my friends. I live with my family. I live in London. So it depends on the context. Nazim Bakar is asked for the difference between a carrier, like a carrier bag that you get from the supermarket to carry things in, a carrier, to have a career, and a courier, someone who is employed to take items from one place to another. So a carrier, a career, and a courier. I don't know what this represents. Ignore that. Look at that view or look at the view. Johnny, you can say either. Both are fine. You can say look at the view or look at that view. I guess that is more specific, but both are interchangeable really. Can we say planning? Yes, you can say planning instead of schedule. Or the plan. I've scheduled in a meeting for next week. I plan to have a meeting next week. Tell us how to pronounce the R letter in American accent, please. Pronouncing the R, it completely depends on where it is in the word. Obviously, the Americans will pronounce their R's much more than the UK. So it depends on the word. So that's too vast and general a question for me to answer specifically. Okay, what is the difference, Nicholas, between there, and there? They're all the same, pronunciation-wise. They're all the same. Obviously, they're different meanings. There, T-H-E-I-R, is possessive. It belongs to them. It's theirs. There, T-H-E-R-E, is position, location. It's over there. I live there. And there, T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E, is a shortened version of they are. But they're all pronounced there. Shabazz asks, do I teach an American accent? I can teach an American accent, but I don't do it in these public lessons because I'm English, so it makes sense for me to teach. I'm sorry, yes, I'm English, I'm British English, so it makes sense for me to teach British English. Manager. Mohammed, you spelt it wrong, but it's manager. Felipe, the difference between bought, so to pay for something, I have bought it, and brought, to bring something along, I brought it. Bought, brought. It's that slight R colouring, brought. Stalemate. Walk to work. Conscientiousness. Data, chef excellence. Data in British English, data sometimes in American English. Catastrophe, Mohammed. Entrepreneurship or entrepreneurialship? Entrepreneurship is how I would pronounce it. Both. Okay, I'm going to start wrapping up now. Ali, the pronunciation is heart. Heart. I have a heart. My heart is broken. I mean, it's not, it's fine. But it's heart. Oh, lovely. Block you, thank you very much. So I want to say a huge thank you to my moderators on YouTube. You have been doing a fantastic job. I don't know how many people that you've had to block today. If my last lesson is anything to go by, you probably have to block quite a lot of people. But thank you very much, because I haven't been seeing many unpleasant comments, so you've done a fantastic job, so thank you. And thank you everyone for joining me. I haven't had that many people in on Facebook today, but that's okay, probably because of the time difference and everything. I'm imagining a lot of people are at work. Remember, these videos do stay available on Facebook and YouTube, so you can always access them at a later date. Zahir, yes, amazing, thank you. So what can you get out of me? How can you make the most out of what I'm offering to you? I do this on a full-time basis now, so this is my full-time job, although it doesn't pay very much, hardly anything. But I'm here to help you as best I can. But you have to remember, I have thousands of you to look after. And I don't just have this one YouTube channel either. I also have a singing education channel, which has over 30,000 people having free singing lessons. And I have an adventure travel vlogging channel as well, both of which you can go and take a look at. It will help with your English, I'm guessing. So those links are in the description of these videos. But the singing channel is called Verba Vocal Technique, and the adventure travel vlog is called Anna's Big Adventure. So you can go and watch those if you like, if you find that kind of stuff interesting. I obviously also have Instagram, which I told you about. I'm giving free daily pronunciation practice videos on Instagram. So if you're keen to improve your English as part of your daily routine, come and join me on Instagram. The Instagram page is called British English Pro with a P. British English Pro. Okay, so do go and join me there. And if you have words that you struggle with, you can make suggestions on Instagram and I'll try and do it the next day for you, so you get some help with that. What else? I do have a pronunciation course that's quite reasonably priced, which is available on the website britishenglishpro.com. There's also a couple of ebooks and elocution manuals there if you want to help yourself. I do also offer to some people a more personalised service. So I do have a WhatsApp group for my gold students, my gold members. Now my WhatsApp group, they, from Monday to Friday, and sometimes at the weekends if I'm available, we discuss things. So we have daily discussions. So I'll set a theme most days and we all chat and learn from each other and learn to get to know each other. And if any of my gold members have a specific problem with an email or with words or phrases they're struggling with, they have me on WhatsApp. They can ask me and I will help them as much as I can. They also have 10 minutes a week free Skype call with a native, not always me, but with a native English person. And this is to help them practice their English conversation, their speaking. They also are added to another WhatsApp group where they have pronunciation tasks set, and they can then record themselves doing the task, and then I give them feedback. And that's usually 2 or 3 times a week that happens. So that's available, and that is offered at £15 a month to be a gold member. So you get me on WhatsApp, you get private calls 1-to-1 on Skype with a native every week for 10 minutes, and then you're also in the pronunciation WhatsApp group as well to get feedback. What else? If you want private lessons, you don't want to be a gold member, but you just want private lessons, I do also offer private lessons. I'm very, very busy and I have a limited amount of space for teaching. I already have quite a lot of students who I'm looking after, and so I can only at the moment afford to take on a couple more new students. So I've got space for 2 new regular students. Occasionally I will have a one-off session available, so you can always ask me if you just want one lesson. I offer 2 different types of lessons. I'll have just conversation practice. So if you don't want me to prepare anything, you don't particularly want to learn about pronunciation or anything, you just want to talk to me and you would like me to correct you as we go. So as you're talking, if you make mistakes, if you'd like me to correct you on your pronunciation with your grammar, then I can do that. And those sessions are cheaper. But if you want a full lesson, those lessons are more expensive. I'll just go get my price list up, so hang on a minute. So prices for private conversation practice, just to have a chat, for me to just help you as we talk, is £30 per hour. Most people take half an hour, which is £15. So 15 English pounds for half an hour, where we just chat and I correct you. If you are willing to buy 5 lessons or more in one go, then it's £25 an hour or £12.50 for half an hour. So it's cheaper to buy bulk. However, if you do want to have a proper lesson, you want to really concentrate on your pronunciation, you want to make a huge difference to your pronunciation, or you have specific English stuff that you want to learn, then those lessons are more expensive. They are £50 per hour or £25 for half an hour. Again, if you bulk buy, then you get a discount. So if you bulk buy 5 or more, £45 per hour or £22.50 per hour if you buy in bulk. So that's what I offer. Remember, I do only have 2 spaces, so if you are interested in that, send me a message. You can either send me a message on Facebook, you can email me on englishlikeanative@gmail.com. Please don't send me spam. Don't send me emails just saying, how are you? It just clots up my email and I won't respond. If you want to discuss lessons or you have a business proposition, then email me. But otherwise, I have too many of you to be able to answer how are you kind of messages. Okay? All right. So otherwise, of course, I have my YouTube channels with all my English videos, which I'm doing on a daily basis for you. So make the most of those, and they are free. So make sure you have subscribed and that you've pressed the bell notification button, which is just next to subscribe, which will tell you every time I upload a new video. Okay, so that's all from me for now. If you're interested in anything I've talked about regarding gold membership or private lessons, please let me know. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube first. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. Have a great week. I will see you next on Wednesday mid-afternoon, around 3 o'clock, 3:30. I will let you know. I'll see you then. Take care.